Okay, so this is kind of a little bit on the edge of disruptive male. How do you know if a woman likes you? And this is one of the things, rest in peace to Alan Roger Curry. I may use this picture in the thumbnail because we used to have these extensive conversations about this. Alan would talk about some stuff. I remember in most of the situations where I just walked up to a woman, Chicago bar, tall blonde. She's about 6 feet without the heels. She had on some heels. She was like 6'4". She was 3 inches taller than me. And I just walked up to her and I said, "You're fucking gorgeous." And she's like, "Oh, really? Yeah, I'll fuck the shit out of you tonight." That was my opening. That was my opening, right? And she was like, That was her expression. Not "get away from me," not "fuck you," "go away." It was like, And I just sat down next to her. I said, "What you drinking?" I ordered her a drink. We had a little conversation. 30 minutes later, we were upstairs fucking. So typically, when a woman really likes you, you could say whatever sexually, whatever. I remember this was a long time ago. I saw this chick, and she was at the Quick Trip, and she had on this polka dot dress, right? And she had red hair, long red hair. She's black, long red hair. And the way the dress was blowing, and I walked up to her, I said, "That dress makes me want to fuck the shit out of you." And she was like, "This is about the Royal Prince program. Let me show you everything that's included in the program and the things that you can do and get set up." So let's go ahead and click into it so you can see what you're getting when you sign up for the Royal Prince program. It's $1,500. Now, the thing that you get, the YouTube book, $150. That's part of your course. You get the YouTube course, which is yet to be started, but that's part of your course. You get the Sales God book. That's done. You get Unlock the Power of ChatGPT. A lot of stuff is there. Then you get the Sales God course. Then you get Permissionless Wealth, a book that's done. Then you get, let's get into it, Permissionless Management, the book about hiring. And then you get the Royal Prince program right there. We get into this. Now, let me go ahead and explain to you all of the stuff about how to remap your money management habits. That's the first part of the program. That will literally take you months to do, months to go ahead and get that situated. Then we will get into the business building concept, and then we'll get in the setting up of holding companies and operating companies. But that's further down the road. First thing you got to do is get your money together and manage your money correctly. And that's what this course will do. Plus, anything I develop going forward, I'll just include in the course for free. So you get free training, additional training as it comes available. So this is what's happening. This is the Royal Prince program. You want to fuck me? That was her expression. "You want to fuck me?" I was like, "Oh, hell yeah. I'll tear that ass up tonight." She gave me a phone. She said, "I got to run right now. I got business to do, but here's my number. My name is Kayla." I called her at like 8:30. She said, "I'm home." I went over and I fucked her. See, when a woman likes you, all of these rules go out the window. The rules are for you nice motherfuckers. The rules are for you Poindexter motherfuckers. When they really like you, there ain't no rules. Like, one of the things I would do, and this was early in my dating career, I would go out with a girl, and one of the things I would do, I would pick her up, and we'd go to a restaurant. I would sit next to her, and I would start feeling her up. Literally, put my hands in the thighs and stuff. I wouldn't try to touch the pussy, but I put my hands for the thighs, get close. It's just to see what she would do, right? And then I would like reach around, squeeze a boob, see what she would do. And I'm telling you, it's like you will get stuff like, you need to stop. You're being so mannish. She like you. She like you. When you can get away with the sexual dynamics, she like you. And this is one of the things that I don't think nice guys understand, because it's like, respect a woman. Like, this is something else. I've never sent a dick picture in my life. I always thought that was crazy, because this is the understanding. If the dick isn't the girl, or she's not a super whore, they're not really going to care about that, because it's not their dick. Unless she's kind of like a porn star or a girl who likes a lot of partners. But I've never saw the point in sending in a dick picture. I've never done it in my life. But I have done other stuff. All right, I'll tell you this story. I met this girl on Bumble, right? And I met her from a BDSM role. And I instructed her to come on her date in a dress with no panties on and no bra and some high heels. And guess what? She does it, right? So we're sitting at the bar and everything. And I put my hand between her legs and I'm fingering the shit out of her. And she's getting so wet. And she's like, we actually ended up renting a hotel around the corner. That's how horny she was. So essentially, when a woman likes you, you can do whatever, you can say whatever. But if the minute she's shutting it down and giving you X in these rules, it's like, you can't do this, you can't say that, she really don't like you. She really don't. Because even with your girlfriend or your wife, very important, you should still flirt with your girlfriend or wife. Yeah, you should. That's your wife and everything. You should still be flirting with your wife. You should still be flirting with your girlfriend. I flirt with my girlfriend all the time. And let me see, I'm using the phone, I can't read it. But she will say some of the crazy stuff. She's like, you're too much. I flirt with her all of the time. Now, one of the things that you guys have got to understand is, how did I get to be so confident? I got my economics together. There's never been a situation where a woman and I were where I didn't have money. I've never had that situation. Like the one where I was fingering her and we're in the hotel. Hotel was like $150. I didn't care. I really didn't care. So once you get your economics, and this is what happens. Once you begin to be able to take care of you on an extraordinary level. Now, what I mean, I had a woman living with me when I moved into the $1 million house. Then she moved out, but I was living in a $1 million house. I was driving a Porsche 911S. I was driving a BMW X5M. The house was fully furnished. Each room had furniture in it. House was nicely furnished. And that was just me. I was living somewhat of a baller lifestyle, and it was just me. And that's just the way I came off, because once you solve the money problems for yourself, you dramatically change how things pan out for you. Because having confidence, like, okay, you know I'm black, right? And I've dated a lot of white women. And I would approach a white woman, and if I get rejected, I was like, oh, she racist, she don't like black dudes. That was my thought process. It was never I wasn't good enough, or I never, and this is something else that's kind of funny. I have never been rejected in my later years after the Craigslist protocols when I've approached a white woman in public. I have never been rejected. Never. I haven't been told I had a boyfriend. I haven't been told I had a husband. Because typically women who are married, you can usually tell. Number one, a lot of times they'll have their kids with them. Number time, a lot of women will wear their wedding ring. So typically, I've never been rejected. And I've walked up to white women and said the craziest stuff. Like this one girl, she had hair down to her ass, white girl, and I was just like, I bet you like your hair pulled when you getting fucked good and hard, don't you? And she's like, how'd you know that? That was her response. How did I know that, right? Of course I fucked her. So this is one of the things, you know what's fun? That I have this vast repertoire that I can go back and talk about this stuff because I don't have to do it. I could just go back and in my recollection, remember the stuff I used to do. I don't have to do it. I don't have a need to validate my manhood because it's been validated quite a bit. But when you are talking to a girl and you can say anything sexual, anything, I'll tell you a story. First date. Went on this date with a girl, met her on Plenty of Fish. This is years and years ago. So go on a date. She's about that tall, 5 foot nothing, big ass titties, cute little walk, nice little haircut. We go and have lunch, we have dinner and everything, and riding in the car, my dick got hard. I was like, oh. I just looked at her, I said, I want to fuck the shit out of you tonight. And she was like, okay. Followed her home, stopped at Walmart, got some condoms, followed her home, and fucked her that night. And then she became my bottom bitch. I'll probably transfer that video over here. But yeah, first date. That is not the first time that's happened. That's happened several times. So one of the things is, once you become comfortable with your sexuality, because I think a lot of men are really uncomfortable with being a heterosexual male and enjoying and liking pussy. I think a lot of men have a problem with that. They like pussy, but they don't like to talk about how much they like pussy. I told this one girl, I said, pussy was one of the best inventions ever. I was like, I love getting some new pussy. I love it. So one of the things that you guys have got to understand, once you get your economics together, your confidence level goes through the roof. Because let me give you an example. All of the guys who went through my earlier programs, they all are married or have girlfriends. Every last one of them. You think that's an accident? No. When you have financial confidence, it bleeds over into your manhood. It's like, yeah, I can take care of me. I can take care of you. I can do this. So you become really confident and somewhat carefree. But when you're tight, like everything's an issue, I can't take you on a date. Let's go on a walking date. Let's go on a coffee date because I have no fucking money. Fucks with your confidence. It's like, I don't really have no money to take you to a nice dinner because I'm broke as shit. That fucks with your confidence. This is why I keep screaming. And once again, I got a video. I was working on the course today. Your graduation present is Disruptive Male 5.0. And also, if you want to move to the Kingdom program, regardless of what the Kingdom program go, everyone that goes as a student of the Royal Prince program can get into the Kingdom program for $10,000. And let me explain to you how that works. If you graduate, if you start a business, you will easily have the fucking money. See, that's the thing that people miss, because it's like the cheap mindset. Like, how can I get in this for the low? Do you think I went to the Porsche dealership? It was like, how can I get the Porsche for the low? This is why you got dudes on there buying wrecked ass Porsches, because they don't have the money to go out and get the Porsche they want. So they'll buy a wrecked one and put it back together and be happy with that. Once you become economically viable, your confidence level, not just with women, in life, goes through the roof. You've seen me on YouTube talking shit for years. I've never had a situation where I had a girlfriend that didn't want to fuck. I don't even understand how that can be possible, that you can have a girlfriend and you have a wife and she don't want to give you no pussy? I don't understand. Please explain that shit in the comments for me. I don't understand that because I have never, ever had that situation. Ever. After my heart attack. And I'm sitting up here recovering. I was home because I was in the hospital about almost 4 weeks. And then I come home and I'm recovering and stuff. And I was like a little weak, about a 2-week period where I was weak. Then one night I got horny as shit. And she was in the bed and I just literally grabbed her head and put her on my dick and she started sucking. That, once again, I don't know what it's like to be in a relationship with a woman and not have the ability to get pussy. Years and years ago, even my ex-wife, I was the one that wanted to stop fucking, not her. Because I remember this phone call. I'll never forget it. She was like, hey, what are you doing? We were divorced. We were at war. And she was like, what are you doing? I'm just sitting there like, I'm at home, working on some stuff. What do you want? Could you come over here? I was like, I don't get the kids this weekend. What do you need? She's like, I need you to come over here and fuck me. I'm like, no, I fucking hate you. No, I am not giving you no dick. Fuck you. And hung the phone up and started laughing. I was like, even divorced, she wants this dick. Even divorced. So I was the one that stopped that. She still wanted to fuck even though we were divorced. So I don't know what this shit is where you guys keep getting these women who don't want to give you no pussy. I don't even know what planet that is on. But once again, this is a quick way for you as a man to find out if the woman likes you. Because you say something sexual and she's like, no, stop. She gets all formal and shit on you. She's telling you, I don't like you. I don't like you. I just want to go on a date so I can get a free meal. I don't like you. That's what she's telling you. And you should do this shit early. Really, really early.